Figured this would be easiest to kind of go over some of the comps in the area. Now, this is Realtor Abby talking, not Friend Abby talking. So just know that this is definitely something I've combed through to make sure that the best price is out there, either per acreage or even for the house itself. So I've reached out to some contacts through my brokerage that actually has a brokerage in Piedmont, and she's helped to kind of confirm some information that I've been finding. So I've seen that the average cost per acre, depending on what it is, it could either be rural or recreational. Basically, that's kind of what they have out there. It averages around about to $18.50 an acre. There are several places that have sold for about $2,100 an acre, and some have sold for $2,300 an acre, and then some, of course, have sold for less. But it is just the land itself, obviously. So going through this, I just kind of want to show you the value of what you would get for the property itself. So you have your house that is $535,000. It's this one right here. Okay, so $535,000 with 73 acres right there. And what I've gone ahead and done is I've taken, and you're going to hear this throughout this little video quite often on the comps I'm going through. I take the acreage times about 1850, and then I subtract that from the there's a sold price that's actually going to be right under here, or even what's active currently. So I've pulled active, I've pulled pending, and I've pulled sold in the past year, 10 miles out from Clearwater Lake. So those are the criterias that I've done to kind of show you, because I know you want to get near Clearwater, which is the whole reason you're kind of doing this. So just to kind of go through these really quick, a lot of these are just acreage alone, but there are several on here that have homes on them that do not even hold a candle to the house that's there. And there is one, a couple that are, $975,000 or $984,000, but one's a huge warehouse that somebody's living in, and the other, it doesn't really even show a house. So it's kind of crazy how this goes through. So let's just try to go through this really quickly. So this is what I was talking about. This is the 975. It's currently active. It's got a 250 acres on property, and then the square foot of this they say is 250,000, but there's no way that this would be something that you would want to live in. But just to kind of show you what's out there and give you some idea of what you're getting. So I know I'm going quickly, but no time to waste. Okay, so there's that one. The next one is agricultural only. There's 185 acres, and it's sold for $350,000. And again, it's acreage only. So it's the same type of land that you would be getting. It says there's something on it for 3-bed and 1-bath, but it never shows a picture of what that is. So that basically means it's a shed. Let's see, this one right here is, again, your acreage only, 38 acres for $72,000. Here's your house. This one's Canyon Club Estate. So this one actually sold for about $4,100 an acre. At $60,000, there were 12.2 acres, and it looks like it's going to be a subdivision. So that's kind of where the averages kind of came to the 2,000 originally. But I mean, it's whenever you get into the subdivisions, they do go quite a bit higher. This one didn't compare. Okay, so here's one of the houses. So this house is approximately 1,900 square foot, and it's on 40 acres, and it sold for $334,000. So with this property here, that averages for this house at $130 a square foot. So you can see it does have that shed, but it is in just as bad condition cosmetically as the property you guys are looking at. And it's selling for $130,000 a square foot. So that doesn't compute. You know, it does have the shed and whatnot. So the comps can kind of skew a little bit based on that, but it's not far off. Okay, here's the other property. This is the only other property that is somewhat comparable to you based on the looks of the house. It's still active, but it's going for $989,000 and it's only on 10 acres. So there's nothing out there that's on the same acreage with a good size house that is actually appealing. And again, that's Realtor Abby saying this. So this is the house. It's around 6,000 square foot. It is very nice, but again, this isn't, I mean, it's a lot bigger than what you're really looking for, and it doesn't have near the acreage that you're looking for, and it's double the price, basically. Okay, so that one, let's see, 4241. All right, we'll move on. We get the point. Okay, so 346 Wayne, that is sold for $265,000, and it's sitting on 38.9 acres. And when I again did all the calculations at $1,850 a square foot, it wound up coming to this house being $105 a square foot. And so you're going to see why I keep doing that, and you can definitely see that again, the cosmetics in this place is not the greatest. Okay? The next property, not comparable. This again is just an acreage, 62 acres for $135,000. This one's another house, 8664. It sold for $320,000, sitting on 25.5 acres and only 3,400 square foot. And this house actually was a lot less, which is around where your house would be, is about $78 to $79 a square foot. So let's take a look inside, hopefully. Yeah, pool, I mean, inside kitchen's not too bad, but again, it needs some cosmetic uplifts for sure. And it closed, let's see here. Yeah, so it just sold. The next place is not comparable. Okay, so 318, here's another house within that 10-mile range. It sold for $335,000, sitting on 150 acres. And it, the inside of it is, again, the cosmetics of it are just not there. So for $335,000 on 150 acres, granted that's double the acreage, but you're also getting that type of house, and which is way too small, and just you would have to put way too much money in it to make it what you would want. For, let's just say we put an offer at $500, the difference alone right there would be worth it for the house that you're looking at. Next place is again just $120,000 for 67 acres. Just kind of showing you what's within that 10-mile radius. Yeah, and honestly, that's it. So, excuse me, when you pull up the comps, and those are everything checkmarked we just went through, and they do a side by side, which is what I'll send you. If we take a look at that property that you're wanting, and here's all my notes. So if we take a look here, if we're sitting on 73 acres, and we went ahead and did the average of $1,850 per acre. That's $135 approximately $1,000 for the acreage alone. For 4,600 square foot home, if we offered around 79 square foot to 80 square foot, you know, it would be that 363, 365 mark, which would total to around $500,000. Currently, at asking price of 535. They're still only asking for about $87 a square foot. So at the other homes you saw, they're 130, 105, and 79. This is definitely not crazy. It is fair market value, even if we kept at the 535 asking range. So what I was talking to Jamie about earlier is it wouldn't hurt to send an offer where we shoot for the stars, right? So if we did move forward, I would suggest let's go ahead and just try to get that $500,000. They would provide a 1-year home warranty. They would need to take care of the mold through a licensed contractor and fix the recommended causes. And then they would need to get the septic pumped, which would in turn help us know if there were any other underlying causes where you wouldn't have to worry about it. And then, of course, it's subject to the buyer review and acceptance of the seller's disclosure, since he was having a hard time getting that to me. And then, of course, all personal items removed from the home and shed, including all the yard fixtures, palm trees, etc. So if we were to send that offer, we're kind of lowballing at a $79 per square foot. Even if we gave, again, the asking price, it's only $87 a square foot. And then if you put a certain amount into it, let's say, $25,000, you still have, that wouldn't increase it exponentially high into the, 90 mark, and turning around and selling for what it actually should be in the future, something even to the 105 to the 130 on these crappy houses, I'll be honest, you would definitely make your money back. So that is Realtor Abby's opinion. And of course, you definitely can ask any questions that you have. If you want to take a look through all the comps, and you should be able to see the pictures and what I send you, it's coming from Dad's email, then, do all those things. I'm trying to hold him off. He's been asking a lot of questions, but again, take your time. There's nobody knocking down the door on this right now. So anyway, I hope this helps, and I know it's kind of long, but it's worth it. Love you guys.